Hi, I'm Sharon Hale, and I'm here to talk to you today about self-care. It's a catchphrase right now. Everyone's talking about it. Especially right now as our world continues to spiral into chaos. It seems the only thing we can do is hold on tight. But what does self-care really mean? And if it's so important, why aren't we doing it already? I can share with you from personal experience that truly taking care of ourselves is really hard to do, especially if you're a natural helper like I imagine you are if you're listening to this. I'm a therapist and I talk to people every day about listening to their bodies and taking care of themselves. But I'm here to confess to you today that I'm just as guilty in ignoring my own needs. In fact, I'm one of the worst because deep down, I think I somehow assume I'm immune to burnout or stress. I get so much fulfillment out of helping others. I guess I figured that had to count for something. Boy, was I wrong. Last week, all of my overwhelm came to a breaking point. I had been ignoring the signs for a few weeks, my eye twitch, my exhaustion, my irregular heartbeat. But instead of taking a step back to understand what my body was telling me I needed, I threw myself more fully into managing my stress by creating more systems and routines and reaching out to others to see how I can support them. Now that I look at it, that was so backward. My emotions and my body were trying to get my attention, and I just worked harder to ignore them. I even convinced myself I was doing the right things. Does this sound like you? Have you ever cleaned your house or reorganized when you felt stressed? Have you tried to manage the symptoms of stress instead of considering what your body really needs? There are a lot of reasons that truly stepping back to take care of ourselves is hard. For natural helpers, those reasons are especially powerful and sometimes a little sneaky. See if you can recognize any of these in yourself. Taking care of me means there's less time for other people, and they really need me right now. Oh, I have too many other things I have to do. I'd be letting people down if I stopped doing those things. Oh, this is just a season. When things are better for my kids or my family, I can do what I need to then. Oh, I'm really doing okay, honestly. I'd do something if I really couldn't go on anymore. I'd be overreacting if I pulled back any sooner. Okay, it's tough love time. If you have said or thought those things, then listen to me now. None of those are actual valid reasons for not taking care of yourself. Nope. The time, the money, the lack of energy are not the real issues. Those are the excuses. The real reasons are probably closer to the idea that truly taking care of ourselves means that we have to get in touch with some pretty difficult feelings. It also means that we have to ask for the support to do those things. Few of us live in a vacuum, and that means that taking time for solitude or for exercise or anything else we need to do to take care of ourselves means that our needs are going to impact someone else. Again, if you're a natural helper, asking someone else to help you take care of yourself feels pretty darn vulnerable. You would much rather take care of other people's needs, right? But let me tell you something I learned firsthand this week. If you want to have the strength or the capacity to take care of others, you need to let others help you take care of you. Because what you don't have time for is the burnout and the meltdown that happens when your energy finally does give out. And it probably will at a pretty inconvenient time, trust me. Taking care of yourself isn't just not selfish, it's a necessity. If you take care of others, you need to first take care of yourself. Just think, breathing in, taking care of yourself isn't selfish. You need it in order to breathe out. Fortunately, it doesn't take a lot of extra time to take care of yourself. Even just a few minutes can make a big difference. If you just take an ounce of the effort you use to keep the overwhelm managed and channel it into taking time to breathe, you'll be more focused, more productive, and more energized. So, my questions to you today. What stops you from taking care of yourself? What messages do you say to yourself that keep you from prioritizing your own care? Do you know where those messages came from? Childhood? Past relationships? What have you been putting off doing that takes care of you? And what do you already know that you need to do? Can you take 5 minutes or 15 and do that thing today? I know this message isn't directly related to marriage and relationships, but really it is. In order to have a close, secure relationship, both people need to understand themselves and their needs and their fears in order to allow themselves to be taken care of. I hope you can take that first step and put it into action today. All right, see you later.